Friends, this is Shamul here. So I was about to show you the fruit that has been kept at office for few days. Now, few days I could see they have not touched this papaya. This is close to 700, 800 grams weight. So last night what had happened, like I have not kept food for them deliberately and they made all kind of exercise and made a hole out of it. You can see the hole over here, and I think it is a job of a single rat. They have done it and they have made other side one hole. So they are very clever enough to, they might not be understanding in terms of their size. It is quite maybe 10 times, 15 times more than their body size. They might feel probably it's a big junk. So they have a tendency to rat when they make holes, right? So they have eaten up the whole thing and they have eaten up very nicely. That is one thing. If I compare with human kids, right, our eating habit is little different. We messed up a lot of things when given certain things, but they are particular. They made very calculated hole, and this side, if you see, and they have a passage. Probably it's way out. In nature, the similar way, the when they in soil, like when they try to make any kind of holes, they are going to give another passage to get out. Probably that is a kind of a defensive mechanism. They knew all those things, and this has been done very calculated way. What I was trying to tell, rats are very very intelligent species. The rodent, like these are wild animals, but even though they are living in the human society, probably they know how to steal things and how to utilize. Since I have not given food, so they have opted for other alternates. So I have many food items. There are other food materials or fruits are there also, but they have not touched. I'm not able to understand for what reason they have touched the papaya. Even though I had a musk melon, they have not touched it. I have apple, they have not touched apple. Banana, they have not touched. Then pineapple I had, probably they have not touched that part also. So there are some rice stuff, some green vegetables they have not touched, like potato, onions, spinach, and other things they have not eaten up. Only they have touched upon this papaya, very fleshy kind of thing. Uh, that is what I am feeling, that even how nicely they have made hole and made a passage out of it. So keeping future need in mind, probably if they feel that some enemy is going to come, probably if they are inside, probably there is a one passage to out. This nature make it like this soil. So at childhood I have seen many kind of agricultural field. They make a shelter and they keep another passage out. Probably this is a thing for a kind of a free air entry and air exit. So that passage, and for that same passage probably they can move out from another direction. So I was going to a lot of literature, and it is being shown that the rats are being used for civilizations together for their different kind of war. Also it is taken to identify certain smell demining purpose this is used. So those wider applications probably one can see. My observation on rats are very interesting. So I'll show you another video that I put a camera. I just fixed my I was while I was delivering this lecture. So I have 5 6 rat inside my mind lab and they're living here as I have told you. So while I was speaking I could hear some kind of noise. Then after that I put my another mobile and fitted this camera and it placed and it's captured beautiful video and those rats I put some rice and I have seen how they're coming and eating those rice. And once I went there, how they're jumping right now, they're going just very fast. They're moving out from the place and taking shelter, their respective shelter. They're very clever that way, I feel, and they're very intelligent mind. And there are many research I could see that many research paper that has been published. So my third observation that whether rats we have something to learn from them. Yes, definitely I have few things to talk about. I have also caged few days back one rat putting some food material inside the cage that went inside, trapped for 12 hours. I hope I felt that the rats are very emotional species and their only demand probably they need to have still food and because of that food probably they move around here and there. They are not very choosy kind of whatever organic material they found and they try to eat it. Either it is a kind of dirty or waste, rotten, whatever it might be. Don't have choice. In civilization, rats are treated. People like use this terminology is a kind of a uh, some if you feel that some person is a bad person or somebody to somebody to in a different way you use this terminology rat right to about their behavior things don't talk like rat or don't behave like that. So probably we have mistaken that rats are quite intelligent. They are more intelligent than us. Probably they have the first learning abilities and they learn many things from their parents. They have also their parenting that very much evident. I have observed parenting part for cat, rat, and dogs are very much they are very emotional. Like philosophically, they believe in Abad. Even throughout the civilization, they are living along with their human counterpart. So I always say even they don't pay rent, they don't buy certain things, but they have access of those stuff. Probably they are living for years together with the human, even though we want to sorry detach them, it cannot be separated. So it is better if you want to be fair biological food chain or food system, it is better to give them center and give understand them better way. The another thing what I want to tell you the rats are not that dangerous. Uh, Sometimes we feel they are destroying our foods and other stuff. But look, one thing is pretty sure that if you don't offer food, they might go out and exercise their wisdom to have food. Whether you give them or don't give them, it doesn't bother them. Only thing for their survival, definitely they need to venture out whatever things are available. That's why they moves out to one place to another place. They colonize wherever you have more organic food materials. They try to settle down like a dumping station and all those things. My purpose of telling all those things that nowadays, because of the industrialization and the agricultural foods, since they damage a lot of crops, so we are very skeptical about whole lot of things, and we use a lot of pesticides to kill them or to eliminate them. It is not good to use pesticides or poisonous thing to kill them at home also. We cage them, we release them, that is one part, but most of the times there are poisonous food material available and those things are being used to kill them. So it is not a good practice, probably, I feel, and one can really think whether we really need to kill those rats or not. For that matter, whoever is there in the food chain, whoever animal is there, probably we need to protect them. This is what the whole idea. So, friends, now I'm going to talk about a small video, and I'll try to compile those video and try to give a sense that what are the intellectual scientific community or researcher, they have talked about rats in many ways. It is needless to say that probably this is not the first time I am understanding all those things. Before that, many scientists, many researchers, they have worked on those dimension. I'm going to talk about that. So for that matter, I really need to go back and talk about this thing. Just wait for a minute, I'll come back to you for that matter. And I wish this, I'll keep this papaya for them to finish, probably. uh, they can do much better justice, probably, I feel. So this is all about the rats. Sometimes the rats are not rats the way we see, how the society sees rat as a rat. Somebody, we teach somebody, telling somebody is a human, you are rat. So those rats are there. Are a lot of movies also there on rats. So the rats are part of human civilization. There are a lot of gods, they have their career as a rat. It has been treated as a kind of a symbol of wealth, probably, and that can be, if this rat cannot can be a carrier as a god is carrying, mean there is something, even though this is a kind of a fiction kind of thing, but it indicates this is a part of the civilization. They're living with us for a much more longer time. So we cannot simply ignore them, just treating them as a rat. Friends, I'll come back to you further extending all those things. Probably I'll come back to you with my understanding and the review paper, the Harvard Business, what is talked about those rats. So that is quite interesting. Thank you very much. I'll just I'll be back.